Yay. That's a great way to start a service, isn't it? Susan and her beautiful playing, and Paulette, yay. So let us please stand for our opening song. I am the place where God shows up.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being.
I am the place where God shows up.
Yay. Have a seat. That was what, I love that song. I'm so glad we were able to do it here. Wow. So it's wonderful to see you all this morning. Yay. And, those of us who were at the World Day of Prayer on Thursday, I read a poem that Unity Village put together, the folks who were putting World Day of Prayer together. It was called Our Guiding Prayer. And it is not a poem, it's a prayer. It was so beautiful that I wanted to share it with you guys this morning, for those who weren't here on Thursday night, and share it again, because it is such a beautiful prayer. So let us quietly sit in our seats and get comfortable, and just open our minds and our hearts up and feel that divine presence that is within us. And when you listen to these words, hear these words with every fiber of your being, and allow it to flow through you and touch you. It's called Our Guiding Prayer. No matter the circumstances, all is well with my soul. In this holy moment, I pause to breathe and open. I open my mind to know the nature of God and my divine nature. I open my heart to experience the silent yet certain reality of infinite life, love, and creativity. No matter what is happening at any moment in the world around me or in my experiences, I am not subject to its effects. In fact, I am not my circumstances or my experiences. I am wholly divine, and all is well with my soul. I sink into the still waters, the state of perfect peace, where nothing can interrupt or displace the flow of life, love, and creativity. In this state of awareness, I rest, I renew, I blossom, and I thrive. Steeped in joyful appreciation, I celebrate my ever-expanding capacity to know that all is well with my soul. I choose to live, love, and create well. And so it is. Blessed be. It's just so beautiful. So let us stand and sing our next congregational song, Every Time I Feel the Spirit.
Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Upon the mountain when my Lord spoke, out of his mouth came fire and smoke. Look on the wreck, it looked so fine, till I asked my Lord if all were mine. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Oh, I have sorrows and I have woe, and I have heartache here below. But while God leads me, I'll never fear, for I am sheltered by His fear. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray.
Yay. And while we're standing, let us greet each other with the Christ in me greets the Christ in you, because we are Christed beings. Yes, and let's acknowledge that. The Christ in me greets the Christ in you. 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 Please be seated. And let us together say our affirmation, our Unity Williamsburg Spiritual Center affirmation. Together, Unity Williamsburg Spiritual Center is a radiant center of divine light, and love. We are a thriving, prosperous spiritual community that honors the divine presence in all and celebrates our oneness through loving service in our community. And speaking of our community, Reverend Jenny and I took our groceries over to Fish Inc. And it's on, Sandy told me about it, and they have a lovely food pantry. They also collect clothing and housewares, so maybe we'll do something having to do with that later. They were very appreciative, and they brought grocery carts out, and we filled 2 grocery carts, double filled them, and we really helped them with their food pantry. So thank you all so very much for participating in our food drive. We are very grateful, and so are they. So that was wonderful, and we were so glad Sandy told us about this place. So it is our community. Unity Williamsburg is our community, and they help the city of Williamsburg, I think someplace in York County and James City County. So it was great. Thank you all very much. So let us together share, say the Lord's Prayer. Together, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. So we're going to do another congregational song. It is Put a Little Love in Your Heart. So please stand. Lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. See it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. We see the world to know we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a look around, if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. One more time. Put a little love in your heart. Yay. Yay. Please be seated. Yes. Love makes the world go around, right? Those are Jesus' 2 commandments. Love. Love God. Love everybody else and yourself. That was it. Love, love, love. Yeah, I think there's a song that goes with that. Yeah. Yeah. So now's an opportunity to share your prayers or celebrations. And but first I want to welcome our friend Sandy. Please, would you like to introduce yourself? She's Jenny and I know her from Unity Tidewater. She came and visited. And please, Sandy, introduce.
My name is Sandy, and I am a licensed Unity teacher from San Diego, California.
Yeah.
And I was here for a Unity historic event, and I thought I was on my way to Unity this week.
We're so glad you could join us today. It was nice seeing you again, too. Wow. Thank you for joining us. She's from San Diego, right? Yep. You're a little ways from home. All right, so now a time for prayers and celebrations. So if anyone would like to share a prayer. Richard? Okay, healing. Anyone else?
I have a celebration. I get to be here at the home, and I will find my son at my doorstep.
Yay! It's nice to see your son on your doorstep. Sandy?
I have a new great-grandson.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, congratulations, a new great-grandson. Yay.
Aw.
Everybody's good? Yay.
That's fabulous.
Tom?
Yeah, I was celebrating my wife home to the hospital.
Wonderful.
Her cancer seems to be remission.
Wonderful.
She's got a couple of her eyelids, so the vision is still under control.
Well, we will continue our prayers. Yep, absolutely. That's wonderful that she's home. Yeah. Sometimes home healing is much better than hospital healing. Yeah. Amy?
We won't be here next Sunday, but Sarah is celebrating her 11th birthday on Friday.
Yay! Happy birthday next week, Sarah. Yeah. Ray? Healing prayers for Kathy and family. Yes. Anyone else? Paulette? Yeah, let's sing happy birthday for Sarah. Yeah, we know it's next week, but let's sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you.
Yay, Sarah, have a wonderful day. 11 years old. Oh, I don't remember that age, but I'm sure I was having fun, as I'm sure you will be next week too. So I have some celebrations that I would like to share. First, our beautiful decorations. Yay. Aren't they lovely? We thank you. Miriam, beautiful pictures that you swapped out. They're lovely. And Lynn was here helping. Sandy was here, and Chiquita. We are so grateful for all you that came in yesterday and put up these beautiful fall decorations. They are just lovely. Thank you, thank you. And also, I'd like to thank those who helped us at World Day of Prayer. It was fabulous. Richard and Margie, thank you so much for greeting folks and setting up the fellowship. It was fabulous. Thank you very much. Steve, our ever Steve, thank you for everything that you do. Yay! He was here a good bit yesterday, Thursday, helping out. Susan, thank you for playing for us. Yay. Jan, thank you for doing a reading. You read the Daily Word. We are grateful for you. And Jane Siegel, she read the Mennonite prayer. They sent her the prayer, and she read that for us. So we are grateful for all of you who helped us out on World Day of Prayer to make it such a special evening. And everyone else that was here too. It was fabulous. It was a wonderful evening. So let us together say our prayer, and keep in mind all the folks that we said for prayer and the celebrations too. As we center ourselves in one presence and one power, we realize our thoughts have the power to heal and bless. We send them out now, carrying love, peace, joy, and life to situations and celebrations that have been requested. Thought by thought and prayer by prayer, we transform the world. Amen. All right, now I would like to have Mary Moore come up and share some information with you. The Daily Word.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is one of those wonderful days when all of the little bits and pieces mesh together so beautifully. I loved Reverend Denise giving us that prayer again that we had on Thursday night. And I have been sitting at home thinking to myself, the daily word from that day was really beautiful and really perfectly suited to the occasion and actually tied in very nicely with today's daily word. And I had almost thought, I'll see if I can, maybe I'll do both. And then I thought, nah, too much. but all the little pieces are falling together today to lead us to what the daily word is talking about and what we all know anyway, but always good to have a reminder. Today's word is guidance. I open my mind and heart to receive my guidance. Is that up? Oh, it is. It's up here. Can we all say that together? I open my mind and heart to receive my guidance. Sometimes I have insisted on figuring things out for myself rather than asking for anyone's help. Over the years, I have learned the value of asking for guidance and sharing what I've learned when others ask me. As we exchange ideas, we may tap into higher wisdom that had not been apparent to either of us alone. This higher wisdom is not outside myself. It is a still, small voice, mine to call upon at any time. So I am always able to ask for guidance to show me the way forward and to tell me that all is well with my soul. I access my inner guidance by opening my mind and heart in prayer. Then I watch and listen, remembering that divine guidance may come in a familiar way or perhaps in an unexpected way that will surprise and delight me. So, it all comes together. Yeah. Today's scripture, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than yours. Hosea chapter 55, verse 9. And our additional scripture for today is from the Gospel of Mary, chapter 2, verse 2. Every nature, every modeled form, every creature exists in and with each other. We're all in it together. Oh, but I think it makes it better. I think it's a good thing. Okay, you're up.
Thanks, Mary.
You're welcome.
Yeah. My message title today is Wander and Wonder. And isn't that a beautiful altar? It's from this book called Morning Altars, and I'm going to have it in the back if you want to look at it. It's by Day Skelcrid, forgive me. And he talks about a 7-step practice to nourish your spirit through nature, art, and ritual. And he's got some beautiful pictures in here, and I've got some that I'm going to share with you in a little bit. But he's an artist, this gentleman, Day. I'm not going to try the last name again. He is an artist, and he had a terrible breakup with his partner. At the time, he was living in Wildcat Canyon in North California. And every morning for 30 days, he and his dog, Rudy, would go out into the wilderness, and they would wander, and they would wonder. And he developed a 7-step process, so I'll share that in a bit. Eventually, he would take baskets with him, and he would collect things and forage for things that he had found on the ground. And then eventually, he would make these beautiful altars. He started making these altars as a way of expressing his grief creatively. By crafting something beautiful, it helped ease his broken heart and soothe his mind. He felt lighter, and the heavy burden had lifted for just a few hours while he was wandering and putting these altars together. And after his 30 days, he decided that he wasn't going to stop. He was going to continue this practice. He says, a practice and ritual that can connect you back to the pace of the earth, channel your distractions, and offer a way to bring meaning, mindfulness, and beauty to your life and life itself in a time when it is truly needed. So he brought this practice within himself in a time that he really needed to release and let go. He was moving through that grief process. So instead of sitting at home and thinking about it, wondering over it, he went outside. I shared an article in the update this past week about how being out in nature helps our well-being, and I want to share some of that with you all. This excerpt was from the Center for Spirituality and Healing at the University of Minnesota, and it says, research reveals that environments can increase or decrease our stress. We all know that, don't we? In which, in turn, it impacts our bodies. What you are seeing, hearing, and experiencing at any moment is changing not only your mood, but how your nervous and immune systems are working. Regardless of your age or your culture, humans find nature pleasing. In one study cited in the Book of Healing Gardens, researchers found that more than 2/3 of people choose a natural setting to retreat when we are stressed. Does that work? Do you guys do that? Go outside in nature, just take a walk? I do. Most of the time I sit on the back porch and throw bird seed out and watch the birds. In this research, it says nature heals. Being in nature or even viewing scenes of nature reduces anger, fear, and stress and increases pleasant feelings. Exposure to nature not only makes you feel better emotionally, it contributes to your well-being, reducing your blood pressure, your heart rate, your muscle tension, and the production of stress hormones. Nature also soothes. It helps us cope with pain. Because we are genetically programmed to find trees, plants, water, and other nature elements engrossing, we are absorbed by nature scenes and distracted from our pain and discomfort. Nature also restores. One of the most intriguing areas of the current research and the impact of nature on our general well-being. In the study in the magazine Mind, 95% of those interviewed said their mood improved after spending time outside and changing from depressed, stressed, and anxious to calmer and more balanced. And nature also connects. A study at the University of Illinois suggests that residents in Chicago public housing who had trees and green space around their building reported knowing more people, having stronger feelings of unity with their neighbors, being more concerned with helping and supporting each other, and having stronger feelings of belonging than tenants living in buildings that had no trees, no nature, just concrete. They had a sense of community. It reduced the street crime. It lowered levels of violence and aggression between domestic partners, and a better capacity to cope with life's demands, especially the stresses of living in poverty. So it appears through nature inspires the feelings that connect us with each other and our environment. And then it also says nature deprivation is a lack of time in the natural world, largely due to hours spent in front of TV or computer screens, have been associated, and surprisingly, with depression. I do find nature very healing. And not to go out and just do a power walk or anything. If you can go out and just sit to connect with all of your senses with your environment outside. Listen to the trees. Hear the breeze flow through the leaves. Just connect with the animals, watching them, listening to the birds. It is very relaxing and very comforting. And knowing, as Mary read, that we are all connected. We are all one. That was in the Gospel of Mary. So let me just show you some pictures. Steve, can you show the next picture of the altar? Here's the next picture that he did. These are all in the book. They're on his website too. And I will say he has a fabulous video on his website if you want to watch it. It's just a couple minutes. The next one. And another one. Okay. And this is him showing you how he's putting things together. See, he's got his baskets of different stuff and he's cleared a space. So that's him working on his beautiful creation, his morning altar. So his 7-step practice, the first, number 1, is wander and wonder. He says, step out your front door, leave behind what you think is the right way, and let your childlike sense of curiosity guide you onward. Be a kid again. See the beauty around you with childlike eyes and a childlike heart. Let your imagination loose. Less expectation and more fascination. Go off the path. Don't walk in a straight line. Do you see kids walking in a straight line? And you know they always find a puddle somewhere to jump in, right? Get distracted. Don't look at your watch. Take the long way around. Roam, wander, and explore. And always remember, we are guests when we walk outside. Don't do any damage if at all possible. John Donahue says, when you approach with reverence, great things decide to approach us. In my shaman program, When you approach, when you're outside and you approach, the first thing you say is to say to a tree or to an animal, a bush, a flower, you say, may I step into your field of energy? And you listen and you wait and you see if it's okay. Because as you think of things as all living beings, would you like somebody right in your face? Wouldn't you like that courtesy? So you express that courtesy to another. May I step into your field of energy? So when he says, when you approach with reverence, great things will decide to approach you. This is a great treasure hunt when we go out and wander and wonder, that transforms the mundane into the magical as you forage the treasures that will fill your altar. Number 2 is place. When you find the place where you want to build your altar, listen quietly, stop, sit down, and just listen with all your 5 senses. He calls it a place meditation. Connect more deeply to where you are. Witness the place come alive as it might have never been before. So you've gone out and you wandered and you wondered and you experienced the beautiful nature around you. And you find you forage, you've got your baskets and you forage for the things that you want to build your altar with. And then you find a spot. When you come into that spot, know it in your heart that that's the right spot. And you sit and you listen and you wait. You may be guided to go someplace else or maybe not. The next thing, number 3, is clear. You're going to clear a space. See how he cleared a little circle there, a space where he built his altar? You clear a space, and you can use a small brush or your hand. I personally like the hand because it connects me to the earth. I feel, and I do it gently because you don't want to damage anything. So you can reveal your canvas, your blank canvas that you're going to build your altar on. In this act of clearing your space, your creative inspiration starts to flow. You start moving into that space where you're going to create this beautiful altar. After you clear the earth and you let the dust settle, and he says letting the dust settle is a practice of becoming completely still and attentive to this space. And you listen to the sounds again. And you look at the brush strokes or your hand strokes on the earth. Be in the presence of yet to come. This is your canvas. This is where you're going to build. Get in that space. I don't know, how many of you are artists here, like to paint or draw? Susan? All right, we got several. Yay. And little Sarah, yeah, I've seen your work. It's gorgeous. But you get into that space. I remember Angela Stroop saying several years ago that when she starts to paint, she loses herself, her physical self, and she goes in, spirit just takes over her. And I would imagine it works for you too sometimes with your playing. Yeah, you just lose yourself into the music. Yeah. So you allow that spirit to flow through you. The 4th is create. He says it's all play. Don't be stressed out on any of this. It's all play. Explore the shapes and the patterns that you've picked up. Play with them as you're putting them on the space that you've cleared. Move them around. Move them around and see what works. You don't want to damage anything, but begin. Just begin. Don't allow any stress to flow through you. It's okay if it turns out different than what we saw here. This is your creation. This is for you. You let the imagination play with Earth's creations, what he's picked up. He suggests that you create from the center. He says tending from the center is like a meditation. It becomes a central place that gives focus, both for the peace and for your own peace of mind. So start from the center and build out. Doesn't mean you can't change and rearrange. This is your work. You can do whatever you want with whatever you picked up on the way. But start to build this beautiful piece, this beautiful altar. Number 5, gift. Practice generosity. Learn to set an intention for your morning altar. You can devote it an offering to your life or to another. It could be a celebration of a family well-being, the birth of a new child or great-grandchild, a gift to your ancestors. It's a way to mark an occasion, a new job, anything. But making a gift, that's your intention of building this. And that will affect of how it's going to turn out too. Perhaps it's a milestone to honor an anniversary. Perhaps it's a prayer. You're in prayer. You know how we do the prayer shawls? And people pray when they're knitting or crocheting together? Perhaps it's a prayer for someone who is ill while you're pulling this together and you're praying at the same time. Whatever reason, you may want to name it. This is for Mary, who's in the hospital. This is for my great-grandchild, Sally. This is for a birthday that's coming up, Sarah. This is for a new job that I've taken or someone else has taken. Let the words flow through you. Don't worry about what you're saying. Just allow Spirit to flow through while you're creating. And if you don't have a person or a place or a thing, it could be the land. This is a gift to the land where you are. This is a gift to the animals that are going to be coming by and seeing this. We have many options. Now, number 6 is share. Now, as you can see, he likes to take photographs because I showed you some. That might not be your thing. And that's okay. Just know that your altar will always share with the land and those who walk by. You're sharing it with the universe. Or maybe some folks coming by on spaceships or something, you know? Maybe they'll see it and they go, hey, that's pretty cool. I kind of like this place. Number 7 is let go. Practice walking away. Bearing witness to the impertinence of art is an exercise that will strengthen your capacity for unattachment, grace, and change. These altars are made not to last. And as we know, everything in this physical world does not last. It is always change. There is always change. Pema Chardon says, everything is a process, or is in process. Everything. Every tree, every blade of grass, all the animals, insects, human beings, buildings, the inanimate and the inanimate is always changing moment by moment. So know that your altar, your creation will not be there, may not be there that afternoon, that evening. A storm may come through. Or maybe you put acorns in your altar and the squirrels came and got them. But you fed the squirrels or whatever else, the chipmunks. Know that it's not going to last. And then we all know that in the physical world, nothing lasts. Dave says, this practice is meant to revitalize your sense of wonder for the natural world, awaken your creative spirit, guide your release of all that you carry back into the world. So as he went out for 30 days and built these altars and continues to build these altars, he creates this beauty, but he also changes himself. So he brings that beauty and that creativity back into the physical world, back into his daily life. And we can do the same. We don't have to build altars. We don't have to do that. But just take the opportunity to go out and wander and wonder and connect, connect to the beauty that nature is. And I'm going to read again from the Gospel of Mary. Every nature, every modeled form, every creature exists in and with each other. We are all one. I say that all the time. We are one in the web of life. We are one in the web of the universe. We are one in the web of the cosmos. We are one. So when you walk outside and you wander and you wonder, you're connecting with a part of yourself. Another part of yourself. So let's just take a moment and just sit in that silence. And I'm going to read the Gospel of Mary again, and I want you to just feel those words flow through you and just sit in the silence. Every nature, every modeled form, every creature exists in and with each other. As you come back into the room, take a nice deep breath. And we have a special singer today. Our own Susan is going to sing a special song for us. So come on up, Susan.
You'll lift me up.
I'll help you. I won't sing that. You okay? You good?
And we've had fabulous music this week. What was the World Day of Prayer, and the baritone and the tenor, and Heather was singing, and now you have me. Well, that's life. That's life. That's what people say. Riding high in April and then shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. Yeah, that's life. Funny as it seems, some people get their kicks stomping on dreams, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this old girl keeps going around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a parent, a poet, a pawn with a ring. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, well, I just pick myself up and get back in the race, 'cause that's life. Now I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, but my heart just won't buy it, 'cause I think that life is worth a try. So I laugh and kiss those blues goodbye. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a parent, a poet, pawn with a ring. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I say a unity prayer and get back in the race, 'cause that's life. now I can't deny it. I thought of cutting out, but my heart won't buy it. 'Cause I think that life is worth a try, don't you? So I laugh, ha ha ha, come on, laugh with me, ha ha ha, and kiss those blues, bye-bye, bye-bye blues, that's a lie. Thank you, isn't that fun?
Thank you, Susan. You could sing it again. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Paulette. And now it's an opportunity to share your generosity with the church, with your tithes and offerings. And let us, you can put the offering in your hand or over your heart, and let us say our affirmation together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And we have a basket in the center there, and we thank you very much for your offerings. We ask that they are blessed and multiplied 100-fold. So now that not only helps us, but helps our community, our Williamsburg community, and James City County, and some of York County. And we are so grateful. We are so grateful for your offerings and what it allows us to do. So blessed be to you all. Blessed be. And we're going to sing a song. Thank you, Jenny. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed. Thank you. And we are so blessed at Unity Williamsburg Spiritual Center. And now I believe Mary has some announcements for us.
Okay. Got some good ones because we have some wonderful upcoming events to let everybody know about. That's life. There you go. I hardly need this, I think. There we go. Okay. Our friend Joshua will be here on September 17th, offering personal sessions of reading and healing from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please see Reverend Denise for sign up after the service or email her at another email address. DENISER741@gmail.com. Is that up there by any chance?
No.
No, okay. And at 6:30 p.m., Joshua will offer a group session to share the energies of divine beings that wish to share their wisdom and guidance with us. So that will be exciting. On September 18th, Reverend Denise will lead a drumming circle to welcome in the fall. Ooh. We'll meet from 11 to 12 p.m. on Saturday. There'll be flyers for these events on the backboard and in the weekly email bulletin that everybody's getting. Another wonderful thing that we have coming up is we're going to start the book study group, and that will start on September 25th and run to October 30th, 6 sessions. from 11 to 12 on Saturdays. And we'll be studying the book Mary Magdalene Revealed. So that's another fun thing that we've got on the agenda. Next Sunday, the 19th, there'll be a board meeting after the service in the fellowship hall, and all are welcome to attend. Tom, do you have anything to add?
Well, we're making progress with the new mortgage. It's now in the queue to be approved by the board of directors. And talking to the lady yesterday at Atlantic Union Bank, she indicated that the interest rate would remain at 3.5%, which is what they offered us 90 days ago. And so that's good. And she's hopeful they get all the documents they need now to make a decision in the next week or two. So hopefully by our board meeting on next Sunday, we'll have more information on that mortgage agreement.
Terrific, yay. We've got books in the back to be checked out. There are new books every week, so if you look last week, make sure you go and look again. There might be something that's just what you were, just the guidance you were looking for. And if you feel so inclined, you can put a little offering in the basket that's provided back there. There's also daily words and CDs that continue to be offered. My idea of making you take one when you went out the back door apparently didn't go anywhere. So they're still sitting back there. Our prayer chaplain today is Jude, and she's going to be in the back of the church for individual prayer. If you have prayer requests during the week, you can email them to our prayerunitywilliamsburg@gmail.com. And those prayers and all our prayer requests will be held in absolute confidence. And as another reminder, our spiritual center email address is admin@unitywilliamsburg.com. That's a new address for us. And if you aren't getting the weekly update, do get that email address passed along to somebody, and we will make sure you get on the list so that you get those updates. And there's lots of wonderful, nice little additional things that just make all of our services and what have you just a little richer. And I think that's it. Welcome, Sandy from San Diego. We'll be expecting a full critique at the end of the service. We get the feeling you've been around, so that's in a good way, of course, Sam.
Let's stand for our peace song.
You're so welcome.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, and we all are weak. Let us walk with each other, perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. Take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. And as you go out this week and you wander and wander into the beautiful natural settings, just relax and enjoy and tap into the beauty that is around you and connect with a part of yourself. So blessed be to all of you. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us today.